Have you ever felt like you're in a battle with your own mind? Like it has these little games it plays, these default settings that just trap you in the same old patterns of pain? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into those games and talk about a pretty powerful way to shift our whole perspective from constantly fighting reality to actually finding some peace in it. This quote right here just nails it, doesn't it? It's that strange, almost magical ability our minds have to take something good, something beautiful, like a great memory, and somehow twist it until it hurts. So how on earth does that happen? And more importantly, what can we do about it? So let's get into it. We're going to explore two of the mind's most common traps. Think of them as its favorite games. First, souring good memories, and second, the classic blame game. We all have those golden memories, right? Those times with friends or periods in our lives that just felt perfect. But what happens when the present doesn't quite measure up to the past? Well, that's when our mind can play a really cruel trick on us. And here it is. This is the core of the problem. You see, it's not the remembering that hurts. It's the ruminating, that broken record in your head, constantly comparing what is with some perfect version of what should be. The second we start insisting that a friendship should be the way it used to be, we don't just feel disappointed now. We actually reach back in time and poison the beauty of what we once had. And this difference is everything. Reflecting is healthy. It's looking back and going, wow, that was beautiful. It honors the past. Ruminating, on the other hand, is destructive. It's being stuck right here, right now, asking, why isn't it like that anymore? And that frustration, it completely twists the memory. One preserves the beauty, the other just creates bitterness. So the answer isn't to just try and forget the past. Not at all. The source material points to a much healthier way. Grieving. Yeah, actually letting ourselves grieve the end of a chapter, just like any other loss. This is what lets us hold on to the good memories for what they were, while also being able to fully accept the reality of today. Okay, now let's talk about the mind's other favorite game. This is the one that kicks in instantly anytime we feel a little pain or shame. It's a lightning-fast automatic reflex designed to protect us. It's called blame. So here's the playbook. It's pretty simple. A painful thing happens. Our brain immediately goes, nope, don't want to feel that. So it finds a target, somebody else, or hey, even ourselves, and points the finger. But look at that last step. That's the real kicker. The moment we blame, we've just handed over all our power. We've made ourselves the victim, not the person who can learn from this and grow. And that's because blame is almost never really about the other person. It's a defense mechanism. It's our mind trying to shove away some uncomfortable truth that we're just not ready to look at. When we can stop and ask ourselves, okay, what is this situation really triggering in me? That's when we find out the real work is inward, not outward. So if pointing the finger just leaves us feeling powerless and stuck in a loop, what are we supposed to do instead? Where's the exit ramp? How do we actually heal and grow from these moments? The alternative is to turn that finger around. Instead of pointing it outward in blame, we point it inward with curiosity. By asking that one simple question, what is this situation here to teach me? We take all our power back. We stop being a victim of what happened, and we become a student of it. And that right there is where everything begins to change. This brings us to a huge turning point in this whole conversation. We've been talking about the chaotic games happening inside our minds. Now, we're going to zoom all the way out and look at the calm, predictable rules of the universe itself. This is where we find our anchor. Think about it. So much of our suffering comes from this feeling that life is happening to us, that we're being targeted. But what if it isn't personal at all? What if the universe is just operating on a set of consistent, unchanging laws of cause and effect? And this analogy makes it so incredibly clear. Gravity isn't personal. It doesn't care if you're having a good day or a bad day. You jump, you come down. End of story. It's not a problem we need to solve. It's a law we have to respect. And, a lot of the so-called problems in our lives are just like that. They're simply the natural consequences of certain things. Once we understand and accept these laws, we can stop wasting so much energy fighting reality. It's incredibly freeing. We can finally make peace with what is, own our choices, and then put our energy where it actually counts, making different choices if we want a different result. And where's the best place to see these laws in action? Where can we find our greatest teacher for learning acceptance and harmony and peace? Well, it's all around us. in the natural world. This line is just so beautiful. It invites us to look at nature not as something to be fixed or controlled, but as a perfect masterpiece, you know? In nature, you see colors and shapes that you would never think to put together, but they just exist in this breathtaking, perfect harmony. And the lessons are just profound. Nature teaches us about diversity, how all these different things create a stronger, more beautiful whole. It shows us perfect harmony and total acceptance. Things just are, without any judgment. Like the source material says, being in nature, it just reminds us of our own true nature, of how we were designed to be. And maybe this is the deepest lesson of all. We can feel so separate from the natural world, right? Like we're here and it's out there, but we're not separate. We are a part of it. So when we connect with nature, we're really just connecting with the truest part of ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, if we get quiet enough, we can hear that the universe itself is sending us a message. In the painting of a sunset, in the way the clouds are formed. There's this constant, silent whisper. A reminder that we belong to something vast and beautiful and loving. So, I'll leave you with this question to carry with you. The next time you step outside, what if you just stopped and listened? Beyond all the noise in your own head, beyond the games of blame and regret, what is the sky, the trees, the wind whispering to you? The answer might just be the peace you've been looking for.